and the cycle never stops. You're not alone. Visit maketheconnection.net to learn more.
Secure your family while you're home or away. Monitor your home with cameras, burglar, smoke, and fire alarms 24/7, 365 days a year. Provide yourself with a peace of mind by using your smartphone or computer. You can monitor your home anytime or anywhere. Let Mastercraft Electronics install security your family deserves. Call Mastercraft Electronics today. Secure your home or business. 775-990-4896. Mastercraft Electronics is licensed and bonded. 1 month free alarm monitoring when you sign up for service. Mastercraft Electronics, 775-990-4896.
When you're looking for quality storage sheds that are built to last, the Affordable Shed Company is the place to go. Pahrumph's top choice for storage sheds and portable buildings is the Affordable Shed Company. Reasonable price does not mean less quality. Price is not the only issue when buying a shed. It must last, it must be strong, it must be built with quality materials. The Affordable Shed Company, 6361 Homestead Road.
When you're hurt in a wreck, you want an attorney that'll fight for every dollar you deserve. In many cases, Lerner & Rose recovered 10, 15, 20 times more than the insurance company's original offer. Get the money you deserve. Call Lerner & Rose today.
Call 877-1500.
At Nathan Adelson Hospice, we know that when your loved one no longer wants to treat their life-limiting illness, their priorities change, and it's a tough decision. But the Nathan Adelson Hospice team is here to guide you so you can focus on what truly matters, your time together. And for almost 50 years, Nathan Adelson Hospice has been the organization Southern Nevadans trust. It's the choice of a lifetime. Choose Nathan Adelson Hospice.
Thank you, Pahrump, for once again voting the Auto Plaza #1 in vehicle sales and service. Now 5 years in a row. We are incredibly grateful for your support and proud to be serving the community now for 18 years. Whether you're looking to replace or service your vehicle, consider this. We offer dozens of new GM models in cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus hundreds of the highest quality pre-owned vehicles for sale in Southern Nevada. Our all-star service team is here to keep your vehicle makes of models, and we carry the latest in diagnostic and preventative maintenance tools to get the job done. Visit PahrumphCars.com to check out our current selection of vehicles, schedule a service appointment, or even order factory accessories for your ride. Don't forget to stop by the Auto Plaza and get a free alignment check before you hit the road this summer, or visit PahrumphCars.com.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello, I'm Unat Gentry, and welcome to this edition of News 25. It is Thursday, July 13th. Well, in our top story, a police pursuit this morning ends on the north end of town. David Preston reports.
Earlier today, Nye County Sheriff's Office identified a man at Saddle West who is driving a white minivan. Sheriff deputies discovered that this man was driving on a revoked driver's license. The man suddenly drove off when approached by officers, and a police pursuit began. The suspect driving the white minivan turned northbound onto Highway 160 and drove up to Mesquite turning left, then turned onto Blagg. Sheriff deputies were able to spike strip the man's van at Stagecoach and Blagg Road, causing the tires on the van to flatten. The suspect in the van then turned onto Irene Street, where the van came to a complete stop. Sheriff deputies immediately took the suspect into custody. News 25 reached out to Sheriff Joe McGill, who stated that an officer at the scene had mentioned that the suspect, later identified as Justin Lee, had a previous occurrence with Las Vegas Metro, which caused his license to be revoked. But the sheriff said that cannot be confirmed at this time. One sheriff deputy was slightly injured during this chase. There are no other injuries.
And in our other lead story, the man accused in the hostage situation at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas appears in court today. Rory Rossell has those details.
Matthew Mannix, the man accused of holding a woman hostage in Caesars Palace on Tuesday this week, appeared in the Las Vegas courtroom. Mannix appeared for a fugitive hearing for a warrant of his arrest in Colorado. The Honorable Judge Eric Goodman said that Mannix signed a waiver of extradition agreeing to return to Colorado, though in the waiver it stated that he was being held on $750,000 bail for his charges in Las Vegas. Las Vegas police arrested Mannix after he allegedly held a woman hostage in the 21st floor hotel room at Caesars Palace and refused to surrender for several hours. He also smashed out the room's window and threw the items on the ground below, where one of the resort pools was located, and the guests had to be evacuated. Mannix is facing charges of kidnapping, coercion with threat of force, resisting a public officer with a deadly weapon, and discarding a person's safety with destruction of public property here in Nevada. During the initial hearing on Wednesday, a judge noted that these charges are extremely violent in nature and set bail at $750,000. With the conditions of the high-level electronic monitoring, with no contact with the alleged victim. He is scheduled to appear in court for those charges on July 17th. According to reports in Denver, his warrant out in Jefferson County was issued on Monday for charges of weapon possession by a previous offender, dangerous weapon possession, and violation of parole, as well as theft. A prosecutor at Wednesday's hearing said that there are 4 different people who also have protective orders against him.
Now News 25 is speaking with Amargosa Conservancy's Mason Voyle to discuss his comments about the lawsuit filed by both Amargosa Conservancy and the Center for Biological Diversity. RJ Camacho reports.
Yesterday, News 25 spoke to Mason Voyle, the executive director of Amargosa Conservancy, to get his comments regarding the lawsuit that was filed against BLM in regards to the drilling that is to occur on land close to Ash Meadows, a national wildlife refuge. This lawsuit was also filed jointly by the Center for Biological Diversity. We asked Mason Voyle if the lawsuit has successfully ceased drilling operations or if it was only delayed. In response to this, Mason commented that we're at the point where we are hoping our lawsuit is successful in preventing the drilling from starting. We believe the company intends to commence phase 1 of drilling within the next few weeks. We filed our legal complaint on Friday of last week, asking for a 2-month delay for the drilling project, providing time for the court to consider our case. If this delay isn't granted, we will be filing a temporary restraining order in hopes of preventing drilling from commencing. We continue to interview the executive director, asking how he felt about the public support that has been garnered due to the situation. Mason had this to say. Given how quickly this situation has developed, we have been doing everything we can over the last few weeks to get this issue on the radar of the communities that are most affected by the potential impacts of this project. Honestly, we weren't sure what the response would be, but in having conversations with people living in the communities of Pahrump, Crystal, Beatty, and Amargosa Valley, people are gravely concerned about this project. The people that live in this area are proud of where they live, and they're frustrated with the projects like this one being pushed forward without any opportunity for them to raise their voices. Clearly, people here are concerned about potential impacts to Ash Meadows National Wildlife Refuge and its surrounding lands, and that is reflected in the support we've secured on our public petition. I take a lot of hope from the nearly 1,000 400 letters that have been submitted, written by people who love Ash Meadows and do not want to see it harmed. This groundswell of support for our campaign is highly encouraging, and we're going to do everything we can to ensure this community gets a say in how this project moves forward. Finally, we finished off this interview asking Mason's thoughts on how the situation could, or should, have been handled differently. Mason answered saying, "We would have liked to see this situation handled very differently. We would have liked to see the Bureau of Land Management recognize that this project poses a direct threat to groundwater and therefore the refuge. We would have liked to see the BLM consult with the Fish and Wildlife Service, who manages the refuge, regarding potential impacts to the endangered and endemic species that live in the springs near the exploration area. We would have liked to see the communities notified and engaged in the process through public scoping and comments. We would have liked to see a thorough analysis conducted regarding the environmental impacts of this project. At the end of the day, the question should have been asked from the very beginning. Is this really an appropriate place for exploratory drilling and mining? Or should areas like Ash Meadows and its waters be off the table for these potentially destructive activities? Asking these questions would have led to preventing much of the conflict that has arisen as a result of the BLM allowing this project to move forward as it hopefully did. As this story progresses, News 25 will keep informing the public about this issue.
And don't grab your remote. News 25 will be right back with important information for you about firearm safety.
Mom's Diner, the heart of Pahrump, is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Something fun is always happening here, from the arrival of classic antique cars to watching the diner enjoy a Momstrosity burger. The food is so good, you'll think they stole your mama. Mom's Diner is open daily from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 1242 East State Street, number 100. Dine in or take out. Call 775-751-9929.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie. On the road again. To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
Horizon Markets are a one-stop shop for convenience. Are you wanting to enjoy a hot cup of coffee and a pastry? Needing some fuel? Or want a simple refreshment or snack? Come visit one of our 6 Horizon Market locations near you. We also have the loosest slots around town with over $1 million in payouts. You will get Pahrump's hometown value, where convenience and low prices meet. So no matter who you are, you'll find your Horizon in Pahrump.
If you have to call an 800 number to talk to your attorney, you've probably called the wrong attorney.
Lerner & Rowe is your local law firm with local offices, and we're committed to giving you the best service possible.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, it is important to lock up your guns and keep them safe and away from your children. However, there are other important reasons to also keep your firearms locked up. RJ Camacho has this story.
The End Family Fire campaign is one that is focused on making the public aware of the importance of safe gun storage. The campaign has also coined the term family fire, which is a dubbing to any shooting that involves an improperly stored or misused gun found in the home. This term describes things such as unintentional shootings, suicide, and intentional shootings. Approximately 43% of adults in the U.S. live in a household where there is a firearm. The End Family Fire campaign states that family fire is an issue that affects communities across the country. 54% of deaths related to firearms are suicides, and about 1% of gun deaths were preventable or accidental. Storing your guns safely, locked, unloaded, and separately from your ammunition can keep families and communities safe. Here are some stories by those who nearly lost their lives to suicide by gun.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me, and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was gonna have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
In order to combat dwindling numbers of officers on his roster, Sheriff Joe McGill speaks to Nye County commissioners asking for additional funding to provide equal pay to his officers compared to other departments. Unfortunately, McGill says he's losing officers to other units willing to provide sign-on bonuses and relocation costs.
Good morning, Sheriff Joe McGill, Nye County Sheriff. Our agency, our county, is in desperate need of law enforcement officers. We are having deputies leave our agency, some new, some tenured officers who are leaving other agencies to make more money. We are one of, if not the lowest paid law enforcement agencies in the state of Nevada. They are risking their lives for our community and for peace and tranquility in our community. They are not being paid enough. Other agencies throughout the country are offering hiring incentives. North Las Vegas PD is offering as much as $40,000, $5,000 of that being a moving incentive just to start on day one in your academy. We need to raise our salaries for our deputies, bring them up, and all I'm asking for is average. We are not going to be able to keep up with the growth of our valley, and when Beatty and Tonopah have a boom coming up here when the mines open, we are going to be desperately in need of law enforcement. If we don't keep up with our personnel, if we don't pay them what they deserve and what they're worth, we are going to lose them, and we are going to lose our community. I do not want that to happen. Last week at the Board of County Commissioners meeting, I took a moment in the public comment portion and made comments in reference to the deputies' pay here in Nye County. Currently, our deputies are paid well below many other agencies in Nevada. Other agencies, some of which are exactly our same size. Some agencies that are smaller than us and have lower call volume than us. Some of these agencies are taking our deputies from Nye County and hiring them from our area, and we're having to replace these people. The problem is we need to raise our deputies' pay. There is no question about that. Yesterday, I saw on the news that Nevada Highway Patrol has increased their pay by approximately 23%, and there is no competing with that. There are other agencies around Nevada and Southern Nevada that are paying as much as a $40,000 hiring bonus to new recruits, and we cannot compete with that. I pleaded with the Board of County Commissioners to raise our pay so that it is equal to or an average of several other agencies that we presented. I presented to them a very brief summary of some other agencies' pay showing the disparity in the pay. They chose to have a meeting after the county commission, and they stated that they want to do a wage and benefit study throughout law enforcement in Southern Nevada, again, pleaded with them not to waste the county's money in doing a study, but simply go on the internet and find what other agencies are paying. That would be an easy way of doing this, and we would not have to pay some outside private company to do that study. At this point in time, we are in discussion, and they have agreed that they will reopen the contract and the CBAs for the different bargaining organizations in our department, and it's up in the air at this point. So the purpose of this is to gain public support for your deputies, the people that are keeping you safe in your communities. They need and deserve better pay than what they are receiving.
And if you're looking for a job with the Nye County Sheriff's Office, that info for you after the break.
It's the Make the Summer event at Saida Trudeau Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram, your original hometown dealer. This month at Saida Trudeau, take home a brand new 23 Ram 1500 Bighorn and save 10% off MSRP. Or take advantage of 2.9% financing for 72 months. Ram made Car and Driver's 10 best list 5 years in a row. Now that's impressive. Maybe a Jeep is what you're looking for. If you're hitting the beach or hitting the trails, we have the perfect Jeep for your summer adventure. How about a new Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 at 10% off MSRP or 1.9% financing for 36 months? Come see Saida Trudeau, your original hometown dealer for the Make the Summer event going on now.
Saida Trudeau, Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram, your original local hometown dealer. We want only to be the best.
LV.net provides fast, reliable internet at a fair price. We're a locally operated company and have proudly served the city of Las Vegas since 1994. At LV.net, we're your friends and neighbors, so you can be confident that you'll always get the best customer service. Our team is available 24/7, 365. There's no credit checks, no hidden fees, no data caps, and we will never raise your rates. LV.net is your hometown internet service provider. Don't forget, call LV.net at 702-9-MINUTE. That's 702-900-0000.
When you're looking for quality storage sheds that are built to last, the Affordable Shed Company is the place to go. Pahrumph's top choice for storage sheds and portable buildings is the Affordable Shed Company. Reasonable price does not mean less quality. Price is not the only issue when buying a shed. It must last, it must be strong, it must be built with quality materials. The Affordable Shed Company, 6361 Homestead Road.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office is hiring and needs to fill positions at both their Pahrump and Tonopah detention centers.
The County Sheriff's Office is hiring for entry-level detention deputies in Pahrump and Tonopah. Detention deputies are responsible for the safety and security of the Nye County detention centers in Pahrump and Tonopah. 100% paid medical, dental, vision, and life insurance for the employee. Application deadline is 5 p.m. Friday, July 28, 2023. Written test deadline is August 2nd. Physical fitness test, August 5th. You can apply online at nycountynv.gov/jobs.aspx.
In today's health news, well, we all know summer is here, so it's important to remember the dangers of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. And if you're taking certain medications, you might be even more at risk because of the way those medications could be impacting your body's natural response to hot weather.
The body responds with the sweating and the increased heart rate and the increased blood flow to the skin. There are medications that people may be on because of their medical conditions, and this could blunt or stop the body's natural response. This makes the patients much more at risk for developing heat exhaustion or heat stroke.
Emergency medicine doctor Patrick McHugh with Cleveland Clinic says there are many medications that could affect your body's response to rising temperatures. He notes beta blockers can actually mute the increase of heart rate and blood flow that's needed when your body gets overly hot. Meanwhile, anticholinergics, including certain allergy medications, can impact the body's natural ability to sweat. Dr. McHugh says those who take diuretics could also have an increased risk of heat exhaustion. There are other medications that could affect your body's response to the heat as well, and it's crucial to talk to your doctor.
I do think that it's very important for anyone who's on medications to have a discussion with their primary care doctor about the risks that they are at, or increased risk for dehydration, for a worsened response from sun exposure, and a increased risk for heat exhaustion, so that it doesn't lead up to something more serious.
Along with checking in with your physician, you should also stay hydrated and avoid heat exhaustion by seeking shade or staying indoors during the hottest points of the day.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
And look at this beautiful look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam. That greenery, oh wow, wish we had that here. Those warm temperatures here though. We'll take a closer look after the break.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. We've been honored to be recognized by Best of Las Vegas and receive the Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years running. Awards are great, but helping clients get the money they deserve is why we're in business. After you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important not to listen to the insurance companies. Give us a call today, 775-727-9900. With offices in Pahrump, Southwest Vegas, and Summerlin, our team is here ready to fight for you for the money you're entitled to. So give us a call today.
Hi, Norma Jean here with an important real estate update. Beware of anyone calling to tell you about the homeowner benefits program. They call and offer you money that you'll never have to repay, and you agree to sell your home with their company. This is a listing contract that lasts for 40 years, that runs with the land. This has affected 34 homeowners in Pahrump. Please call an attorney before signing anything like this. For more information, give us a call at Realty Executives, 775-727-5858.
The Medicare Resource Center by AMA is where you can get local advice on your Medicare plan options in Pahrump. If your costs keep going up, or you want to see what plans are available for 2023, we have local agents and local advice at no cost to assist you. No obligation to enroll. Our agents are here to answer your questions about Medicare. No appointments needed. We are open 6 days per week. Visit us today for a no-obligation plan review. We are located on Basin Avenue, opposite Pet Track Park.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios worldwide on the local BTV app and all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to your Thursday evening. Let's take a look at the weather scores throughout the land, shall we? Behold, a weather map. Fernley, 95 degrees, 96 out there in Fallon. Carson City, 92 degrees. You are tied with Tonopah for the Cool Spot Award winners. Hey, way to go. 95 out there in Goldfield. Beatty up to 104, miserable donkey sweat index, and in Amargosa, our hot spot again, 109 degrees. Las Vegas, you're holding steady at 106. I think it was 106 yesterday. 2 days running, man, those compressors are working overtime. And out there in Death Valley, 117 degrees, big burly desert degrees. How about that? Here in the Paradise of Pahrump, don't worry, it'll get hotter. 103 is our current temperature. That was yesterday's high. Today, the high was 105 degrees, so it's inching up here in the county of Nye, southwest of the Southerly winds felt good this morning, just 7 miles per hour. Just took the edge off. 5:36 this morning, the sun rose in all its open glory. Setting this evening, let's look for it to go away at 8:02, and we'll head down to a low tonight of 72 degrees. Of course, that'll be late in the desert evening, and won't that be nice? Still the dry heat at 10% humidity index. And as we head on into the weekend, oh man, it's a beast. Look at this. Triple digits and excessive heat warnings ringing everywhere. Temperatures up to 116 by Sunday. And oh Lord, that wind is about 10 miles per hour until Sunday, and then it's kicking up about 15 miles per hour. Give us some of that convected heat action Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Temperatures dropping a little bit. I mean, we're getting down to 109 degrees. Start the weekend 111. I guess we like the trend. It's summer. How about that? Back to the desk. Here's Jeanette Gentry.
Thanks so much, John. And yes, remember to be safe this weekend as those temperatures continue to soar and possibly reach record-breaking numbers. So remember to drink lots of water and seek air conditioning or cooler shaded areas when necessary. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unat Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the air next newscast. Good night.
Have you thought of hanging your TV on the wall? Mr. Antenna has 10 years of experience hanging TVs from small to large TVs. Clean up the spaghetti wiring, create more space, and make your TV safer for the little ones. There are 2 mounting options, flat and articulating arm wall mounts. The favorite is the articulating arm for various viewing areas. Hiding your wires is also popular. Call today